Hey guys, what's up? This is Jamie from Heroic Barbell. We're going to be trying something. Why do I keep saying we? I'm going to be trying something a little bit different for the next couple of training log videos. I'd like to be doing commentary on my videos. I know I've had a couple people via Instagram. This is really like 2 people. I'm doing this because I want to do it. But some people asked me, how do I like the program so far? So I think I'm going to go week by week, uploading these training logs to let people know how my training is going. So anyways, let's get right into the video. I'm going to be looking down here a little bit. Don't think I'm not trying to be rude. I'm trying to watch what I've been doing the past couple of weeks. So, excuse me. I just finished up my first hypertrophy block for 4 weeks. I know that I haven't caught up my training logs to where my training is actually at now, but for the past 4 weeks I've been doing a hypertrophy block. The first 2 weeks of the Juggernaut program are like transition phases to kind of like get your body used to the volume, and then the first block I did was hypertrophy. So towards the end of that block it was just sets of 10. One thing is for sure on the Juggernaut program, the volume is very high, but I've only been doing it for 4 weeks now, well 5 now, but in the past 4 weeks nothing has been deadly. I've never felt so fatigued where I thought that I would fail sets yet, which on PH3 I definitely did. Actually on the hypertrophy days I'm actually hitting a lot of rep PRs with weights that I haven't moved before. So just recently you saw me squat 147.5 for 10 reps, which really wasn't like deathly. I believe it was an RPE 8, which is what it was supposed to be, followed by these sets of 10 over here. I believe it maybe 140 or 135 kg, and they moved well too. I was able to finish all the sets with not too much issue. Sure, you're gonna get form breakdown on some of the last couple of reps on the last couple of sets, but I mean that's just fatigue setting in. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do about the fatigue? So anyways, I finished up those sets of high bar, no problem. Well, it wasn't no problem. It was challenging. And then we would move on to block pulls. Block pulls mess with my brain because it's heavy and they want you to do it for a lot of weight. And so in my head, I feel like it's really taxing on my CNS, but then in reality, it's not that bad, and they move pretty well. But yeah, you can see they're not terrible. I think they move pretty good. I get pretty amped up before I do them. Chad has me doing some incline bench too. I had issues where I wasn't really locking out the weight at the top, but as you can see here, I'm kind of doing it. Like I want to lock out more at the top, so it's something that I clearly need to work on. But that's one benefit of training at a gym where you have a lot of experienced lifters. They'll give you shit about not maintaining proper form, like with these friggin' snatch grip pulls, which I hate. I hate these. And as you can see, there's not much weight. There's like 205 on the bar, pounds. But they've been feeling better the more consistent I get. I feel like if I pull my hips back, if I hinge at the hips a little harder, the weight moves a little bit better. That's Jackie in front of me, kind of blocking the camera there, but that's okay. Jack does what Jack wants. This was a big day for me, deadlifting. I believe it was 195 for 10 reps. I wanted to go hook, but then I got scared. So I just threw on the old straps and I kind of did it. It was pretty tough. I'm not gonna lie. This was maybe an RPE 9. My form really does break down on the last 2 reps. I think that my upper back rounds and I get the earthquake shakes in there, but yeah, a little bit there. I think I got one more rep in here. I kind of do a little warrior yell and then I get into it. I could have maybe 8.5, RP 8.5. But that's like a big PR for me too. I mean, did I ever think that I was gonna have to deadlift 195 for 10? No. Well, no. And then it backs you off for another 6 sets. I think this was 180. I know it doesn't look like 180 because it's 3 plates and change, but it's 180. I did the math. I did the math in here and on my phone, so it's right. and I double checked it with the other dudes at the gym, 180. And you can see, like, on the last couple of these sets, they get pretty brutal, just because the volume is so high. But Chad sent me an email. He said, Jamie, we're gonna reduce the volume on some of those deadlifts moving forward. So I said, all right, Chad, all right. The second movement of this isn't all one day. The deadlift day is different than the squat day, but there is a second high bar movement, which is much lighter. I think it was like 132.5 or something like that, for I think 3 or 4 sets of 10, which I thought would be really unbearable after deadlifts, but it really wasn't that bad. So I'm pretty happy with how that went. Normally, like, you get through with the really hard stuff, and then the rest of the work isn't as bad. It can't be as bad, I think. But yeah, these squats felt good. I mean, I had a nice couple of days of rest in between. I just realized I didn't put the Spoto press on here. So let's rewind a little bit. I Spoto pressed, so I high barred squat for the high stuff on Monday, and then I did Spoto press and just some tricep extensions on the Tuesday. I take a rest on Wednesday, and then I deadlift on Thursday. We'll get that footage in here somewhere. And then after the high bars, just a couple sets of military press. I never military press, so it's hard. I mean, Dan, the owner of Train Shoes, has given me a lot of good tips on the tips. He gives me a lot of good tips on military press, but they still fucking suck. Like, don't tell Chad this, but I failed the set before. I only got 9. I was supposed to get 10. Like, and then he was like, Dan was like, you didn't even try. And I was like, yeah, because it's hard, and I feel like my head's gonna explode. And then bench, Chad told me also that the bench intensity is gonna be, people complained that the bench was too light and there wasn't enough intensity, enough volume. I kind of agree. I mean, it's very easy. Like I get them all done in like 30, 45 minutes, all the 6 sets. And like the top weight's not that heavy, but I'm glad because I'm actually recovering from a partial pec tear. Nick will tell you all about it. It's a serious deal. It was a serious deal. And then the last movement is safety bar squats. These are much harder than they look. Like, when I watch the video back, I'm surprised at the speed at which I have out of the hole, because it feels like my back is gonna cave in to itself and destroy me. But that's the week of training. I know that this is my last week of hypertrophy. I paid for my next block at Juggernaut. I believe that it's a deload next week, and then I start the strength block. And man, I was hearing horror stories on that Facebook post about some guy was stuck in hypertrophy for 4 months. Like, that's gotta be, man, 4 months of RPE 10 squats. Think about that. Whoa. Anyways, that's all I got for you today. Peace.